everyone, and welcome to Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. Today it's going to be a little bit different video. I'm going to call it all about eggs, and the reason is because everybody wants an egg update from the Victorian crown pigeons, right? Well, that's going to be the number one point about eggs. Number two is I am going to teach you guys how to boil a farm fresh egg where it'll peel easy. It's not impossible. Just follow along and you're going to find out. If you don't already know, this is the easiest way that I have found. And I think I've tried every method known to man to make a farm fresh egg peel correct easily without losing half the egg. It's just almost impossible until now. And the third thing that I want to do that regarding eggs is I want to candle the goose eggs that I have in the incubator. I have 14 eggs in the incubator, and I'm going to see if I can't get Marycarl to help me and us candle these eggs, because the first egg I put in was on February the 3rd. And goose eggs take a total of 30 days to hatch. So that means those that were put in on those early dates, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, there's 14 of them, so are gonna definitely be showing some signs of development. And even the ones that I put in a little bit later, we should be able to tell if they're fertile or not. So y'all come along and follow me as I talk about eggs. My first stop on this egg journey is going to be probably the most asked question we've gotten here lately on the farm, and that is, have the Victorian crown pigeons laid an egg yet? Well, we're about to go in and I'm going to show you what's going on. All right, here I am in the aviary that houses the 2 Victorian crown pigeons, which are, to me, the most majestic and beautiful birds in the whole entire world, and we are so fortunate to have a pair live right here at Cog Hill Farm. And if you guys have been following us, then you know that these 2 birds have been hard at it making a nest. The nest, it's kind of large. It's they haven't been working on it very much. She is still getting in there, testing it out, checking it out, kind of like making sure that it's, I guess you'd say, suitable for egg laying duty. But nothing's happened yet, disappointingly. I'll come around this way so you can see all sides of it, but yeah, there's not an egg, but this nest is just, I mean, it's enormous. Now, they may have added a few things since my last video, such as this stick sticking up and these few things, but for the most part, it's just an enormous nest. And there are still a few materials on the ground. I need to get in here and do some cleaning, but I don't want to do that right now because I feel like it may I don't know. I just don't think it's a good time. I think I need to wait on that until maybe even after an egg hatches. And that way they will not feel any threats. I mean, it's not like I don't come in here every single day, because I do, and check on them. And then I have my camera up here that I'm able to see what's going on. So that enables me to watch without disturbing them. But I do come in every day and fill up their feed and their water, and just make sure that, you know, that they're healthy and everything is going as it should. And everything is, except for the egg. A lot of you guys thought that she may lay the egg on Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day has come and gone, and we don't have an egg, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe they're making sure that their finances are in order and all their T's are crossed and I's are dotted. I don't know what they're waiting on, but maybe warmer weather. We've had some cooler temperatures here in Alabama, cooler than normal, and I'm sure that their weather app is better than mine, so they know when the time is right, and I'm just going to keep on filling you guys in on the progress. And I mean, look at those sticks that are sticking out of the bottom. It's just amazing. But as soon as I have an egg, I guarantee you guys will know it. So now on to my second part of this egg video, and that is I want to go and gather some of our fresh eggs that were just laid by our lovely hens and show you guys an easy method to boil a day-old farm fresh egg so that it peels easily. Yes, it can be done. So y'all come on with me while we gather eggs and see this easy method. All right, so here I am at my Cog County School Eggmobile. First thing I do when I come over here is cut off the electric poultry netting that we have surrounding all of our ladies and a couple of gentlemen, so that way I don't get shocked. And it's so easy to use this electric poultry netting that we have. So far we haven't had any issues with these girls getting out. They all go into their coop at night and they're laying just like they should be. And who wouldn't be? I mean, they're happy. They have fresh food and water every day. And they're the most cared for chickens in the world. So now I'm going to go inside and I'm going to see just how many eggs we have. Good morning, ladies. And I see a gentleman back there. Have y'all been busy? I see we've got Miss Diane who's standing on the roost to the nesting boxes. Let's see if she has laid an egg. Good morning, Diane. I bet Miss Wilhelmina did. Miss Wilhelmina is an olive egger right here, and she is one of our best laying hens. We've had her for quite some time, but she has not slowed down on her laying ability, and we certainly appreciate her for that. I think some of the Rhode Islands are starting to lay. I can tell because the shade of the eggshell is a little different than what I get from my girls that I recognize all their eggs. So let's go take a peek and see what we come up with. Hey girl, you can get down. I think you were finished. I don't want to bother you, so we'll start on this end. All right, I see my first egg. It's in the top, and it looks like it's a small egg, but that's okay. That doesn't mean we can't use it. They're all shapes and sizes and colors, and we appreciate every single one of them. So in the bottom here, it looks like I have Miss Emma Jean's beautiful blue egg. Camera doesn't do that justice because it is a bright blue color, and it looks like on the camera it's coming off as almost off-white, but trust me, it's beautiful. So these girls are curious as to what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't pick the eggs, okay? Looks like I have a beautiful brown egg right here. Now this is what I am thinking is one of my new layers. I think this may be one of your eggs. Which one of y'all did this? You're not in trouble. You're actually being praised for your generosity. There's one of our men, one of our roosters. All right, we're gonna add that one to the basket. And let's see. Nothing there. Miss Diane, I am sorry, baby. I've got two in this box. All right. So these are kind of a light off-white color. Now that could be a Rhode Island because when they first start laying, the pigment may not be as dark as what it would be once they're on into being a seasoned layer, as I call it. So what I've got here is I've got 5 fresh eggs that I gathered this morning, and I've got some more in the house. I'll show you when we get up there. I've got another Imogene egg and a few other brown eggs, but these are just to prove to you that when I boil these, they are fresh eggs, fresh out of the nesting box. So y'all come with me. I'm gonna make a stop on the way up to the house. I'm gonna fill up my goose pools, and I'm gonna take a look at their nesting spot and see what's going on. So on my way home, I'm gonna stop and do that, and then we're gonna go boil some eggs. Right, girls? Well, y'all keep up the good work, because I sure am appreciating these wonderful eggs that I'm getting from you girls. I really thank you. I think you'll be able to see the colors a lot better now that I'm out in the sunlight, but this one is the one that I think is a Rhode Island red egg, and you can see how the coloration is just a little bit darker up here and a little lighter down here. I think that's a hen that has just started to lay. And then you can see Miss Emma Jean's beautiful blue egg. I'm surprised Wilhelmina didn't lay an egg today, but she just may not have had time yet. Her day's just getting started, so she may lay one for us later this afternoon, and we'll gather it first thing in the morning. Hey, Nugget. What's going on over here, buddy? Now I want to know something. Have your friends been active in laying eggs, or have they quit? What's going on? How's that nest looking back there? I'm gonna come in there and we're gonna take a peek and see how many eggs are in that nest that's in the back over there, and see if the girls have been busy or if they're just on vacation. Okay, so I'm out here in the goose area, and I thought you guys might want to see what it looks like since I have not been putting any goose eggs in the incubator. All the eggs that have been being laid have gone into the nest, and that is because Marycarl told me that 14 goose eggs in the incubator is enough. So kind of got put on restriction from a 13-year-old, but we're not gonna tell anybody. We're not gonna tell anybody that I listened. How about that? I started thinking, and I was like, you know what? We got 14 geese that live in this area. I have 2 geese that live in the chicken area, and that's Cantaloupe and Greg. Recently found out Greg's a lady. She's laying eggs. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what the goose nest is looking like and why I gathered some to incubate instead of allowing them to hatch them themselves. So I got a little lady that's sitting on the nest, and that's what I thought would happen. I thought she'd get up and walk away when she saw me coming. But this is what I was talking about when I said that the eggs that we have had in the past from our geese, they tend to lay in one nest area, therefore creating several layers, and they can't possibly keep all of these eggs warm, much less turn them the way that they need to be turned. So let's just look around and see how many. That one looks like it might have been laid today. I might have to take it regardless of what Marycarl said. But I mean, look how, here's one over here. Nugget's steadily taking the phone, so. But look how many eggs are in here. There's no way, I mean, we might have one to hatch out of here, but it's just not a good possibility that out of this many eggs, that any are gonna hatch. Because of what I said, they're not getting turned and they're not getting sat on with equal heat like they would if it was just 5, say. So I'm gonna go against the rules, and I'm gonna take one, just one. It's warm. I think it was just laid, so y'all don't tell anybody, and I'm gonna take this one with me. Nugget, be quiet, okay? Yeah, I see them. It's a bunch of eggs down there. And the nest that was over by Topper and Moody's area, it's not there anymore. And y'all want to know what I think was happening? I think Topper and Moody were having breakfast. And I think that the geese got wind of them having breakfast. And what I mean is having goose eggs for breakfast. Because I don't have much doubt that they were still laying there, but something was getting them, and I think it may have been Moody and Topper. Okay, I am back to the house where I am going to show you guys how to make the easiest farm fresh eggs, boil and peel easily from my kitchen. If you guys have followed us for very long, you know that I am a big fan of an Instapot, and the reason is because you can do so many things with it in so quick time. When we lived in our camper, I had such a limited ability to cook because it was so cramped, and it was also just, it just wasn't suitable for me to cook a meal. So this little gem right here served a mini of meal in its entirety, much less farm fresh boiled eggs. So this is what I'm going to use to create the easiest to peel farm fresh eggs. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to add a cup of water to the bottom of my Instapot. Y'all, my pot's clean. It's just seen so much wear that it's starting to discolor. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place, now this little rack, it came with my Instapot, and I think most of them do come with that rack. I'm not for sure because I've had this one since they first came out. And I must admit that a pressure cooker is something that I'm not comfortable with using. So I can understand those of you that have had a little fear if you haven't used yours for the first time. Don't fret. It's to me it's much safer than a pressure cooker is on a different scale. Now I've got some eggs that I've had here on my skelter, as I call it, that are sitting on my counter, and we do not refrigerate our eggs in our house. I do believe that the United States is the only country that does refrigerate eggs. They can last for a couple of 3 weeks out on your counter, and we just choose to do that. That's Wilhelmina's egg, by the way, the green one. We choose to do that because we use them so fast in our house that it's not necessary for us to refrigerate them. Now, if you're someone that doesn't use many eggs, it may be that refrigeration may work better for you, but that's just kind of a, let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I usually do about 10, and I just keep them in the refrigerator, and when we want a snack or a salad, we just pop them out and cut them up and eat them, or either put them on a salad. So let's see. I'm going to add at least one more to make it 10. And so, if they've been on my skelter on my counter, you know that they're fresh, regardless of the ones that I just put in here that we gathered fresh from our farm. So now that we have our water in, that's the first step. I'm going to call this the, I think I've seen other people refer to this as the 5-5-5 method. And that's just how simple it is. So I plug the Instapot in. Now the lid it's got a little valve on it, and I guess that is what enables the pressure to release. The hardest part about the Instapot is getting the lid to line up, and I've done it so many times, mine just happened to be perfect. But it's got some little close and open arrows here to where you know when it's locked, and you heard the little tune. It said do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so I say 5-5-5, and that is because, first of all, we're going to go to pressure cook. Now, mine says 30 minutes. We do not want to cook the eggs for 30 minutes or they may explode. So I'm going to go down to 5 minutes and mash start. So it takes a few minutes for it to build up pressure and allow the temperature to reach where it needs to be, because it's actually cooking with pressure, and that's what allows it to do it so fast. So the pressure cooker Instapot is on, and when it starts counting down my 5 minutes, it'll show on a display here starting at 5, and it'll count down to 1 minute. When it reaches the 5 minutes time, it will beep, and that will allow for a, oh goodness, what do they call it? a venting process, I guess is what you would call it. And what I'm going to do at that point, it starts counting again. When the cooker is no longer cooking, it starts a timer again, meaning it has been releasing the pressure for that amount of time. We're going to do that for 5 minutes. So that takes 10 minutes. And then we're going to vent the pot. I'll show you how to do that. And add ice cold water for 5 more minutes. So while this is building up pressure and the eggs are doing their cooking, I'm going to go and see if I can't candle some goose eggs. Marycarl just whispered to me, what are those little small eggs? Well, Jacqueline and Zach and little Eleanor over at Head Family Farm have caught the Sarama bug. And the Sarama is the smallest chicken in the world. I have a hen that is laying very well. So I told Jacqueline I would incubate a few, and that's what those are on the top rack. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash the turner. Marycarl, if you'll tell me when it gets straight to where we can actually get the eggs out. Ready?
All right, stop right there.
All right, so you want to turn the lights out? Let's come in here and shut the door so we get a real good. Ooh, I'm scared. All right, you want to just take the whole tray out. And now some of them I didn't put the date on, but I think most all of them have the date on them. Marycarl was telling them that you put me on goose egg restriction.
No more geese.
Let's shut it. No more geese? I mean, how fun is that? All right, does that one have a date on it?
No.
No date.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Uh-oh.
6th.
Okay, the 6th. What's it looking like?
Not good.
Not good?
Nope.
What kind of... Oh no. One down. So that means I add one more. Ooh.
That one is good.
Can you set it straight up so I can see it? Oh yeah. That one's got a baby goose. And you can... Does it have a date on it?
6th.
Okay. So it
that's
goes...
what that one should look like.
So you can tell that that's the... What's the date? What's the date?
The 6th.
6. That one's dirty.
Think.
What do you think?
Yeah,
It's so dirty.
I can kind of see. Yeah, I think that one.
Yeah, that one looks pretty good. All right, so we got 2.
You're excited, aren't you?
Yes.
This one you can see. You can really see the baby.
Ooh, look. What part of his body do you think that is?
That's the whole embryo.
A whole. Look at the veins.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. What's the date?
Let's see, the 10th.
10th. Okay, so that's showing pretty good signs, and it's only been in there a few days. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
The embryo.
What's the date?
10th.
Okay, good. So that means our ones
This
that are
one's
the
from
3rd.
6th, too.
That one looks great. Wow. That one's from the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should put it in a row with the 6th.
Well, they're going this way.
Okay, that's okay. Can't wait to see the one on the 3rd. Oh yeah, look at the veins. Wow. You can see the beak, Marycarl.
Can you?
Yes.
Wow.
What's the date? No date.
Nope, no date.
Oh man, so that's gonna be an early bird. Oh yeah.
That one looks like I would have to say like 3rd or so. 6th.
Oh, it's the 8th.
8th.
Okay.
So that's.
I did pretty good with my dating. What you think? It looks fertile.
Yeah, it is fertile. 10th.
10th, okay. So we're not too those early ones I must have put on this row.
Yeah, this one's from the 8th.
Okay, and it's got a baby gosling in it. Look at it. Oh my gracious.
That one.
It looks unfertile.
I can't tell. I don't see anything.
Let's see what the date is on that one. Does it say? Oh, right here, right here. No date.
No date. Let's leave this one in.
Yeah, let's leave it in there.
Make sure.
Okay, I think this is the first ones. Oh, look. Oh my gracious. Do you see it moving?
See, when's the date?
I saw it. I saw the date. Did I not date that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gracious. Look at that baby. It's moving.
Alright, let's see. This one is from the 8th.
I thought the third was the first ones I put in.
Or look.
I even put it in my notes. Yeah, I see that one.
Maybe that one's from the 3rd and you just didn't write it.
Maybe.
This one's from the 10th.
Oh, that didn't look good.
No, alright.
So that means I can put 2 more in?
Only 2 more.
Oh!
Try to get some different shapes so we can get some different
Well,
colors.
guess how many are sitting in the nest?
How many?
A lot. I just went by there and took a look. Look at all these eggs. So I'm gonna go get the one that I have on the porch and put it in, and then I get to go gather another one. Oh,
This is special.
this is so exciting. All right, so you can see how long it took for the Instapot to come up to temperature, because Marycarl and I were able to get all the goose eggs candled, and we come back and there's 2 minutes left. So it does take a little while for it to come up to temperature, but it is totally worth it, in my opinion, to be able to peel farm fresh eggs. And that's what it does when the cooking process is over. And at this time, I'm going to watch for 5 minutes to come up on my timer before the 3rd 5-minute step takes place. All right, so I'm now at the 5-minute mark, and this step may be the most intimidating if you're new to the Instapot. And that is venting. You have to do this before you open the Instapot, because you can't open it without doing it. So what I like to do is just grab a towel. You can see I made a mess up here, but just grab a towel, and there's a little valve on the top. When you mash this valve, it's going to release steam to allow the pressure to come out so you can actually open the pot. So once the venting completes, you must start the 3rd step of the eggs. And look at there. They look beautiful. So the 3rd step is going to be to add ice and cold water and let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay, so I took the eggs out and I added cold water to my pot. I did dump out the little bit of remaining water that was in there. And now we're going to add the eggs back to the Instapot. Eggs are back in the cold water. And then I'm just gonna take a bowl full of ice and cover the top. And if you don't see that that has completely covered your eggs, you add a little bit more water to make sure that they're completely covered. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water just to make sure that my eggs are covered. My ice is in, and I'm going to now wait for 5 minutes before I try to peel them. So here goes, first egg. I always use my counter to peel, but I'm gonna show you close up how easy it is to remove the shell. Voila! There we are, our first farm fresh egg peeled successfully without any bad words. Look how easy. I hope you guys can see this, because it's literally so easy. And it comes out perfect every time. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of learning how to successfully boil farm fresh eggs where they peel easily, see how many goose eggs were fertile, and check on the Victorian crown pigeons. So I thank y'all for joining me, and I look forward to, if you guys enjoyed watching me use the Instapot and you're someone that would like to learn more about what you can do with the Instapot, let me know. And I'm using it anyway, so to incorporate it into a video would be a very easy thing to do. So you guys let me know. There may be that the majority of you out there use it in your daily cooking. I don't know. But if that's something you want to see more of, just let me know. And if you think I need to incubate some more goose eggs, you can let me know that too. Thank y'all for watching.